Now, there's no doubting where Kamala Harris stands on issues from civil rights to gun rights, broadly speaking, the issues of rights. She's been rolling out policy positions one by one as her young campaign gets off the ground. But on those broadly defined issues of rights, we know where she stands. She's got a firm track record, and there's no suggestion that she's changed her views on those things. So, as we did with our daily coverage of the RNC, each night here we are continuing to look at one area of policy and how it would impact Coloradans. This is Decision 2024, the stakes for Colorado. Tonight, our Marshall Zellinger looks at how a Harris presidency would impact the rights of Coloradans.
Let's talk about freedom.
In a way, it was fitting that Democratic Governor Jared Polis spoke at the DNC about social issues. With Polis' signature 2 years ago, Colorado put into state law protections for the right to an abortion. In November, voters will decide a ballot issue that could solidify those abortion rights in the state's constitution, regardless of who wins the presidential election.
I really see her presidency both protecting reproductive rights, expanding reproductive rights, and actually understanding the depth of the policy.
Karen Middleton is behind that ballot issue, and also as president of Cobalt, she advocates for abortion access and oversees a fund to help provide financial assistance for abortion care. But protecting or expanding reproductive rights requires more than just a president. Congress needs to pass a bill for Harris to sign, and right now, the House is controlled by Republicans, who are not likely to do that. And without a Democratic-controlled Congress, this next thing also seems unlikely.
Expanding the Supreme Court or reforming the Supreme Court, as President Biden has suggested, that could include term limits, that could include a temporary expansion.
When the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, Justice Clarence Thomas wrote that the court should review previous decisions, including same-sex marriage. When she was California Attorney General, Harris refused to defend a ban on same-sex marriage that was passed by voters. And when that was overturned by the courts in 2013,
this is Kamala Harris.
She was on the phone with county clerks to make sure the marriages took place.
You must start the marriages immediately.
The LGBTQ+ community has been targeted by conservative-pushed book bans. At a campaign stop at a teachers' convention in Houston last month, Harris said this:
"We want to ban assault weapons, and they want to ban books."
On the topic of guns, Harris was clear about her goals while running for president in 2020.
I'm prepared to take executive action when elected and give the United States Congress 100 days to pull their act together on this, and if they do not, I will take executive action and put a comprehensive background check requirement in place, and by executive action, ban the importation of assault weapons into our country.
I would hope that one of the first things we would have a national, background check.
Democratic State Senator Tom Sullivan snapped this photo while attending that forum. He sees her work currently leading the Office of Gun Violence Prevention as a way to bring up gun control topics as president.
She should be pulling out that Office of Gun Violence Prevention, and they should be having press conferences. They should be having press releases. They should be visible to everybody.
I think if she had the opportunity to pass a full-scale nationwide assault weapons ban, she probably would. But the fact of the matter is that it's looking like Congress is not going to be in her favor.
A split Congress is on the side of Rocky Mountain gun owners, limiting the power of Harris to restrict gun ownership. But RMGO Executive Director Ian Escalante sees a Harris presidency as a way to convince Democratic-controlled states, like Colorado, to pass local issues similar to state-by-state abortion laws.
To use that bully pulpit to pressure governors, specifically Governor Polis, to start supporting more extreme gun control measures.
Civil rights and social issues are not the type where we would expect Harris to change her opinion, though she seemed more heavy-handed with executive order threats while running in 2020, especially in regards to gun legislation, Kyle. I have not heard her that specific on the campaign trail in the last few weeks.
That certainly will be something to watch for, yeah. But as you said, across the breadth of those issues, this is one spot where Americans, whether they're for or against Kamala Harris, can certainly know where she stands. Marshall, thank you.